Good evening. This is Yvette with Yvette's Turn, and formerly Lolita with whatever Lolita wants, Lolita gets. There's a purpose to the name change, but I digress. Most of us are familiar with the story of Cinderella. Um, she was a girl whose whose father married a woman who had two daughters. So Cinderella ended up with two stepsisters. In the story, uh, the Cinderella's father died, I believe, and Cinderella was left with her stepmother and stepsisters, who began to treat her terribly. Uh, they basically used her as the help. She would be the one called on to iron their clothes, whatever it is they wanted to have Cinderella doing. Now, in most of the Cinderella stories that I have seen, Cinderella, even before her metamorphosis, her physical metamorphosis, was well, okay, let me put it this way. Cinderella, even before her circumstantial metamorphosis, was the fairest of them all between the mother and the stepsisters, even though Cinderella was being used as the help. And people let Cinderella know, the family members tried to treat Cinderella a certain way, but the world is going to show you what they see, okay? Which a lot of times is good, okay? However, in the story, she was horribly mistreated, okay? Looked down upon. There came a time in the story where there was a ball being had where the prince who was throwing the ball was um, to find the young woman or the woman who would be his love interest or his wife. I'm not going to go into the shoe and all of that, the slipper. But the stepmother made preparations for her daughters to attend the ball to possibly be chosen by the prince. But Cinderella was hidden, okay, and was not allowed to attend the ball, not by the stepmother. But Cinderella had hopes and dreams, and unbeknownst to the stepmother and the stepsisters, Cinderella came to Earth with a team, an invisible team. I'm weaving some stuff in, okay? And that team escorted Cinderella throughout her life. And the night of the ball came where the stepmother and stepsisters left for the ball, leaving Cinderella at home. And then some supernatural things started happening with Cinderella, where her fairy godmother showed up and got her dressed up and provided her with supernatural transportation to the ball. Okay, so she gets to the ball, and of all the women who attend the ball, the prince finds himself enchanted with Cinderella. Okay, and Cinderella ends up being the prince's love interest, and the prince ends up marrying Cinderella. So, despite what the stepmother tried to do, and how the stepmother and the stepsisters tried to treat Cinderella. Cinderella was the crowned one. Cinderella was the one who came to earth with divine's approval. You know, like the story of, let's see, Jacob and Esau. According to the natural, the way things work in the natural, Esau was supposed to be the chosen one or the crowned one. But divine favored Jacob. Moral of the story, some of you who will come across this video or this podcast video, whatever you want to call it, I'm talking to you. Some of you have experienced over the course of your life being treated like Cinderella by people who were supposed to be on your side, who were supposed to love you and care for you, and you're a part, not trying to be greater than anybody else, but you were supposed to be a part. But because of the spirit that rests in certain individuals whom you had to be around for a period of time, and how their mind worked and what's in their heart, they chose to treat you like Cinderella was treated by her stepmother and stepsisters. And that should not have been, because you are the divinely crowned one. And you've been asked to do so many things that perhaps a sibling, a cousin, whatever, a friend, whatever, would not have been asked to do. Say, for example, routinely check your car oil or to routinely check someone's car oil when when the crowned one, Cinderella, is the most genteel and the fairest of them all, of the choices. Some of you have had those experiences. We're closing out a year, and not just a year, we're closing out a dispensation, a cycle where the black sheep, the crowned one, the divinely crowned one, is finally going to show that they are, that you are the divinely crowned one. What the earth realm says doesn't matter worth a cerulean blue dam at this point. O ting on the sea. So perhaps you too have been asked, though you are a crowned one, and it could always clearly be seen that you were the crowned one. Perhaps you too have been asked to routinely check the oil in the car instead of running a car through Valvoline and letting them do it. Little silly things like that to try to put you where they want you to be. These things affect identity, what one identifies with, how one ends up thinking and feeling they should be treated, which is the point. And the ultimate point, black sheep, quote unquote, divinely crowned one, is to get you to operate in a low level frequency of anger, of resentment, of hurt, of rejection, that puts you, those are frequencies that put you in a position where you cannot receive destiny, You do not have to let a black eyed banshee keep you in that energy. It's okay to heal. Okay? So, as we close out a cycle, and not all of you are going to know what I'm talking about. Some of you that come across here, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And then some of you baby calves are the stepmother and the stepsisters. Everybody's going to find their place. Frequency is going to find its place. And the repercussions of said frequencies are going to find their places going forward. Not just in 2026, but from here on for the rest of life. If you were on the rooftop when Divine came, stay there. If you were a black eyed banshee, low level vibrational being, when Divine comes, stay right there. But those of you who have been the black sheep, yet you are the divinely crowned one, look up. Your redemption draws nigh. Happy New Year.